We taking a walk up in here, y'all. I got a bait back up in here on that bottom. I'm gonna go check. Before I come through here on my wheeler, wind blowing out of west southwest, so it's kind of quartering me in my face, right off my front right shoulder. So I'm good. So I figured I'd go ahead and see if I couldn't walk up something in here. I want y'all to look at that old oak tree. Look at it. That son of a bitch is almost 3 foot across here. Above the roots they are, it is a good tree. It's probably more like 40 inches. Let me get this beer captured down here to him. You look up that big son of a bitch. I want y'all to look at this oak tree. You hear me? We got some hardwoods here. That's old. Look up this big son of a bitch. Now I'm about 5'10" and a half. On a good day, 5'11". That son was gonna still well over 2 foot past my head. That's a 125-foot oak. That's a man. That was here when George Washington was, before he was born, I can promise you. Beautiful thing. Love these old woods. Let's go see if we can find some pigs. Boy, look at that old oak, bro. That's a man right there, house. I mean, look at that 12 gauge propped up there. Look at that. Look like a baby leaned up. I need to come measure this damn tree. Let's see. It's just above the flutes. I forget what it is. There's a spot you're supposed to measure them anyway. I'll find out. Them old boys down there, LSU, hooked me up, little buddy. I got I got a cousin down there. Bless his heart. He's a good boy. He come from good stock. Matter of fact, he come from hog people. His daddy raised a many a hog in these very woods right here. I remember my father, before he married my mama, was down here in Chico working in a CC camp. That's where he met my mom. I met her. Anyway, so he come down here and help him catch the hogs and stuff. He said, Uncle Bob, that's Robert Swallow. Might I add, Dr. Robert Swallow. Uncle Bob was a hand. Uncle Bob. my father said that old sow run away. They were tying the pigs up with shoelaces and anything they could find, binds, anything else, trying to catch them all. Uncle Bob wanted to get that old sow back up to the house. He wanted to sell her. Well, she run off on the bottom, and it's hot. It's early summer, but it's still hot. You know, it's Louisiana down here, south central Louisiana. It's hot in these hills. We call them hills anyway. Oh, the hills compared to be flat, I can tell you anyway. He said Uncle Bob had a terrible temper. And to meet my Uncle Bob, you'd never think that man ever had a temper in his freaking life. My father said he had a scary temper. And he said he went up there and pulled that old single barrel off that horse, went down there and shot that sow. I don't know what that was. That might have been Bigfoot. Anyway, Uncle Bob went in there and shot that old sow. Daddy said he got all the pigs together, loaded them on the horse and walked back to the barn, to the lot. And he said by the time they got to the lot, the old sow was in the lot already, trying to get in the pen. And he said, my dad said she was bleeding fat from where the fine shot hit her. Wasn't no blood. Uncle Bob said, old gal, you're gonna buy me the best pair of pants in Bill Platt. And that's before World War II. I mean, these people didn't have no money. You had stamps. You wanted a damn tire, you had to have a stamp to get one. You had to have the business to get the stamp to get the damn tire. And it'd take you a year to get it. I mean, it was rough. Yeah. This is high country right here, y'all. Chico, Bayou Chico. This place is old. When they decided where to put Bill Platt, there's a letter and you can read it. Aunt Lily, I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't remember Aunt Lily's maiden name. Y'all forgive me. Anybody sees this, but there's a letter that kin people have. Well, she wrote a letter to one of her cousins in Chico telling them they coming to Dawson Springs for a couple of weeks vacation. And Papa and them gonna have a meeting at Dr. Hawkins' house and decide where they're gonna put the pair of seed at. And they decided they didn't want that here in Chico. So they put it out there on that flat land out there. Because they didn't want that mess here. That was the attitude back then. And thank God for it. What you hear in the background is the worst thing ever happened to this part of the country. It's when they put that freaking highway through. And they running through some of the best woodcock hunting on earth, y'all. Look what I broke. I need to cover that up. Spun my tire backing up because I run up on that log the other day. Let's go see if we had anything hit this speed. Boy, it'd be nice. Just 4 or 5 of them little sandwiches out in the open. You know, there's still chops down here that I can see. Ain't nothing been in here. Right there they go into that water. And them pigs run this way, so there's pigs coming from here going there. At least 2. Yeah, I spooked a couple up at the pond the other day. And they, I seen them when it broke and run. They look a couple of good eaters too. And they run down this bare hill. They were running east that hill. You go down that hill, you're going east this way. Damn highway. I remember you didn't hear shit in these woods. The woods. They've been in here, man. They hacking these damn woods and they running back and forth across these pines. I guess I'm gonna have to go get some corn and run corn all the way across this son bitch and bottom to catch them. I'll get them. I always get them. Damn spider. Still on there. Man, they get some of them, what they call people that study bugs. Well, we call them down, what redneck call them, a bugologist. Well, there's a proper name for them, I can't think of it. But anyway, they need to get their ass up in here. Before they cut down all these old wood, when we die, they're gonna cut these woods down. Be subdivisions up in here. We'll have Somebody get a hold of this property and make a big old ton of money right up here. This park's hotter than a fucking firecracker up here. Chico State Park, one of the most beautiful lakes you'll ever go in. They got some water in Florida that looks like that. But it ain't the same kind of water. This lake here, this bottom that run down through here, if you look at the map and the topography, you'll see that's what it was, one big drainage. Them old great uncle, whose father served in the Civil War, told me, who homesteaded this old place, told me it was nothing but beaver dams down through there. It's a series of lakes. Big drainage. It's a huge watershed here. And it takes a lot of water from up toward Ville Platte through Choctaw Bay. Well, let me go.